the NFL season has officially kicked off. Now, we were talking about it last week on our last show, and so we actually have results. We'll start off from game one.
I got the hat on if you can't see it. The champs.
Yeah, so the champs stay championing or whatever that is. They played the Baltimore Ravens at home. They won 27-20 in an entertaining game. The game in itself wasn't really the best game, I'll be honest with you, but it came down to the last play, and if the wideout was wearing white shoes as opposed to black shoes, it might have been a touchdown. But Lamar did miss two open players on the play before that. Won't say that. It's still early in the season. What I will say, though, before we get into the game itself, I'm done with rig nights. I am done with. They're way too long. Honestly, especially if you're not rooting for the team that won the chip the year before, let's do me a favor. Like, clip a 3-minute, 30-second video, throw it on YouTube. I'm good. Let me know the ceremonies, whatever. For everyone else, let's just get to the game, man. But the Chiefs chiefed. Mahomes and Kelsey look like superheroes.
Hey, is Kelsey's girl gentrifying him? I seen him at the U.S. Open.
Listen, rebrand.
Full rebrand. Because, I know the White Thugs used to go in the barbershop for his cut. They used to go for the Travis Kelce cut. Listen, it's a rebrand of all rebrands, bro.
It makes sense. You get hooked up with Taylor
Swift,
and now him and his bro got that podcast. They signed for $100 million.
What?
It's So listen, I may rebrand for the same bag too. You did,
because the shorties that he had before her, like
some bad things too, right?
Damn. So for me, it's like, wait, you went from that to Taylor Swift?
Hey, but there's a reason behind that.
But the bag is coming.
Reason behind
the bag
that,
is
right?
coming.
But I guess back to the game. Like I said, the one thing that stood out to me, I guess, a couple things stat-wise, was the rookie Xavier Worthy. He had 2 touchdowns in his first game, which is absolute fire. It's a good way to start. Good luck with the tape all over you for the next couple of weeks, because they're not going to let you catch a pass.
Absolutely.
And then Lamar Jackson, Lamar's Lamar, 2-time NFL MVP, the reigning NFL MVP. For a quarterback to rush for 122 yards, my guy.
That's nuts.
It is crazy.
That's outrageous.
The Ravens O-line did look shaky. Derrick Henry, again, only rushing for 46 yards, where Lamar Jackson ran for 122. Seems a little off considering you just signed him in the offseason. But it is the first game of the season. I wasn't impressed with either team, but we'll see what happens in the next 17 games.
And the Ravens are defense first, so
yeah,
that's crazy.
But it does look like the Chiefs have their number, though, right?
They do.
Like them and every other team in the NFL. It feels like.
How did you feel about Philly versus Green Bay, bro?
The NFL is doing way too much, my guy. Way too much. Listen, I get Mexico. I get going to London. They're close in proximity, but Brazil, I bet half the stadium thought that when they heard American football was coming, they thought it was the MLS. Because listen, subjecting your players to an 11-hour flight, to play on the worst turf I've ever seen in my life, is
what did you expect?
Is an absolute fail on the part of the league. The fact that Green Bay's quarterback got injured with less than 10 seconds into the game, and Green Bay's season might be over now because of this MCL strain.
Doesn't that feel like the quarterback from the Jets last year?
Yeah, from Aaron Rodgers, who we're talking about a little later. But what grinds my gears, I'll say, is that Toronto is right here. Why are we not playing games back in TO? I know we tried it a decade ago, but hey, I think at least a preseason game in Toronto. What do we talk? We have Vancouver. Vancouver's beautiful.
They don't want
you
that.
go play a game in Montreal. That's gonna look fly.
We'll get a team out here. CFL will be done. Let's just relax.
Y'all deserve it, man. Y'all deserve it. So I'm hating on the Brazil move. The game was all right. If we're talking about the game itself, Saquon Barkley had 3 touchdowns. The Eagles look good. The Packers, again, like I said, I feel like the season is over with Jordan Love getting injured. But we'll see. I don't know. Jalen Hurts, he looked all right. I think he had 2 turnovers, if I remember correctly. AJ Brown played well. He had a really good game himself. What did you think about it?
Good game. I didn't even get to watch this full game. I saw an interception. I saw a fumble. Turned it off.
Got better things to do than watch this. Watch this trash right now.
It started off whack.
Yeah.
But I didn't have faith in Green Bay in the first place. I think I picked the Eagles last week anyways.
Yeah, I think you were 2 for 2. If we're taking money line, I don't know if we should do spread, do money line. I think we do a little bit of both. I had the Eagles with you. I also had the Ravens to cover the 3. I think the line moved on me, but either way, they didn't cover it. So, I'm not going to trip. I'll get them next week. But come to Blueprint Radio for your picks, your tips. We got you. Just because it's local, did you see the Bills game at all?
I was on the road, but I definitely watched those highlights.
Yeah.
And I saw my boy, the QB.
Yeah. Josh Allen?
They're saying his team's not that good this year. He'll have to carry them. I don't know, bro. He looked good out there to me.
Yo.
He was slinging that rock.
So here's the thing, bro. So shout out King, shout out Whispers. That a week 1 for us NFL little gathering, and one of my mans had that same take. They think that the Bills are going to be okay, and I am not on the side of that. I think their window has officially closed, and I think Stephon Diggs going to the Texans kind of sealed the fate. They've had multiple opportunities in the last 3 or 4 years to get to the Super Bowl, and I think it's in the footy world, as an Arsenal fan, in the era of Man City, I think you're just going up against a generational team, and you just gotta
hold it,
you got to be the Utah Jazz against the Bulls. It's just you just gotta eat it, and it's just the cards just didn't fall, and I think that just might be what happened to the Bills over the last 3-4 years. It's hard, especially in the cap era, to keep quality players. Get them to take less if you're not winning. They're not going to want to do it. It's going to be all about the bag. So I think we enjoyed it while it lasted. Who knows? They're in the AFC East. Miami's looking great right now. Again, right now the score is 0-0 with the game I believe just started against the Niners and the Jets. The Jets, are with Aaron Rodgers behind the helm, are expected to do good. Yeah.
Just throwing up the 3 because I'm 3 for 3 right now. I think this is the game where you bet it against them, and you said the Cardinals were going to win?
No, I'd never take the Cardinals over against the Bills at home. Never do that. No,
So which game was it that you messed up on?
It was the Ravens. I think I only picked I only did the 2. Okay. I think I only did the Ravens and the Eagles.
All right.
Well, listen,
so we're just gonna chart it. We're gonna start it. We're gonna chart it.
Board right here next week, and we're gonna show you who won and who lost. All right.
Yo, son.
All right. Yo. I'll get back to my Bet36 days, and we cooking with the stats.
I'm chilling. Let's go.
Let me know when, doggy.
Let's go with that.
All right. So tonight, obviously, we got the Niners and Jets. I still got my Niners to win. I'm taking the money line. That 4.5 spread was kind of weird all week, so I'm going to take the Niners to win at home straight up. Who do you got?
I was going with the Niners with you.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of talk about the Jets, but I don't know. I'm still going to go with the Niners.
Yeah, smart guy. I think you learned from last year as well.
I think there's something we needed to talk about. There was an elephant in the room before the Sunday games. Tyreek Hill was arrested on the road, which looked really crazy.
That tape looked
They put him down on the ground. Bro. They had the knee in the back. A couple officers around him. I'm pretty sure one of the officers is on desk duty right now as they investigate.
Well, it's full internal investigation right now.
Yeah,
I saw that before we got in here.
It looks super wild.
Yeah.
He did the handcuff celebration after an 80-yard touchdown.
It's Tyreek, bro. It's game day.
He
was
the
on the way to
police.
the game, bro.
For real, bro. It was a crazy situation. Like, you looking at it, we don't really know what it's about. They said it was speeding, but why would you take him out of the car and throw him to the ground like that? We know the South is crazy.
Yeah.
Miami-Dade is crazy. Dolphins were able to overcome and beat the Jags.
That's a good game. That's an interstate game, so that's always a very tight contest between Jacksonville and Miami, even though they don't play in the same division, but which is weird. But the tape look
looks sus, bro.
Yeah, but sometimes or a lot of the times they expose themselves in the way that they did it. Now that there's an investigation, that in itself alone speaks to me that a couple things weren't handled correctly. A couple things weren't handled correctly.
That didn't look good. I also wanted to speak about America's team.
Okay, all right.
The Cowboys beating the Browns and whipping them. Yeah. Weren't the Browns the best defense in football last year?
They were really good defense. If I remember correctly, I forgot his name. I want to say the coach won Coach of the Year, but because they got to the playoffs and all that. But yeah, listen, shout out my fantasy team. I drafted CeeDee Lamb 1, and I'm doing pretty well right now, so I'll take that at the end of the day. But Dallas is good. Dak got paid week 1 before the game.
$240 for 4 years, crazy.
Get that money. That's going to be the trend towards the end of this show as well. The NFL. Sorry, is the NFL the NHL? We got games on Sundays, Mondays, Thursdays, Fridays, playoff Saturdays. I thought these guys could only play once a week. I
know the Bills are playing on Thursday. They just played Sunday. They play on Thursday again. It's getting out of hand. My New Orleans Saints smashed the Panthers, but that ain't nothing to talk about.
Listen.
So you know what I'm saying? Big up to the Detroit Lions because you kept on calling them my team. They beat the Rams. Yeah. Nothing to talk about there. Yo, I'm just excited for this season of football, getting back into football, watching these games and hearing Boomer Esiason give his side of the story.
Yeah, Boomer needs to retire.
You know what I mean?
But I was saying that, I was thinking about that when, that TV money is something crazy right now because you see it in the NBA. We'll get to it, or the NFL. We'll get to it in the NBA. Listen, hi YouTube. This is why Blueprint's going visual because that's where the bread is at. So
Skyro, aka
get
Viral.
used to us. This is where it's at. We getting that money, man.